Hey.
Hey.
What up, party people? Can y'all hear me? My headphones are low. I don't know.
Yes,
Well,
we can hear.
welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the Hit List Network here. It is your boy as the Kiwi in the house.
And I'm Lydia.
And I'm Brian St. John.
I'm your girl, Lorena. Hello.
And this is the watch party. All right. Happy Sunday again. How y'all doing? What's going on?
Good.
How was your day? How was your weekend? What's popping? What's cracking?
It's all good. I finalized some. It's gonna sound real old fuddy duddy, but some estate planning stuff. It's important that we take care of our wills and make sure we let our families and whoever's going to be handling things for us know what our wishes are. Making sure that your health directives are in order, power of attorney, like all that kind of stuff is important to have finalized before anything happens, because Black folks, nothing to be done, can't find your will, can't find nothing. So I'm excited that I have that stuff finalized.
Not especially now. Especially now with the pandemic and life is precious. It's day by day. So kudos.
Yes, I'm excited about that. That's my plug for estate planning.
plug. Lydia, Brian, what's cracking? What's happening?
Chilling. I did what I do all the time. I shop.
What you do?
Went shopping.
Oh, what you get?
Let's
see. What you got?
Well, no.
Pull the bags out.
The blazer is being tailored. I bought a blazer. Yeah.
Ooh.
It was a full tux, but the pants was a bit much. Well, no, the pants was a bit much. I just bought the blazer.
Where'd you go?
Saks.
That's your store.
Technically, Barney's was, and now Bergdorf.
Barney's is the store.
I found the blazer in Saks. It's a Burberry. It's part of a Burberry tux, but they're sold separately. It has Swarovski crystals in it.
Woo!
Wait.
I'm a Barney's person. Technically, it's Barney's normally.
When you get it back, you need to model that for. We need to see that, because I don't know where we're gonna be where you're gonna be able to model it. So we're gonna need to see it on the screen.
Yeah, well, I can't wear it until we get out of COVID. So but we'll see. Yeah.
Wow, I can keep going down that rabbit hole, but Lydia, how you doing?
Listen, my weekend certainly did not include the buy-in of Burberry items with Swarovski things, but I started rewatching Ray Donovan because I had only gotten up to season 3, and I stopped for no reason, just kind of got busy or whatever. So I started watching it again and was like, this is the bomb. Like, this show is amazing. Like, I love it. So I'm on season 1, I started season 2. So yeah, that's what I did.
The only season I didn't like was the White season, but I love Ray Donovan.
Yeah.
Well, I never watched it.
Sid. Oh my God!
Don't do it. Don't do it. I can't. I refuse to do it.
I can't.
No. I can't.
Watch list. Add to your
I can't.
Add to your watch list.
I can't. So producers, never mind that show. We already got a slew of shows. I can't.
Oh, Sid. One thing today would have been Kobe Bryant's 42nd birthday.
All right. Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Kevin, Kobe.
Black Mamba.
Yes.
Wow.
They would have been his 42nd birthday. And they did a tribute before the Raptors game today to Kobe. So it was nice. Very nice. Very nice.
I caught I'm not into basketball, but I saw the other day a game, and they showed the screen. I'm talking real crazy, so all of basketball and sports fans, forgive me. And they showed the virtual audience.
Yes,
I was bugging the hell out with the people in the stands, they have faces just like this, like Zoom in place of the audience, so you can see them reacting while the players are playing. I'm like, yo, that's incredible.
Wow. Yeah, they're doing that for they do that for basketball, and they do that for some of the games in baseball as well.
They've been doing it before?
They've been doing it for baseball as well.
Well, not before COVID though.
Not before.
I thought you meant
I
thought I was late.
Yeah.
I was just like, I never knew they
did that.
No.
This is all COVID stuff because, well, baseball, of course, they're playing in a bubble, and then basketball, they're playing in a bubble, and baseball, they're on the road, but they have no fans in the stands either.
Right.
So, yeah, because it was a big thing with baseball where somebody hit a home run and they had teddy bears in the seats, and one of the balls hit the teddy bear in the head.
Wow.
Yeah. It was I think it was a Houston Astros game, if I'm not mistaken.
One thing I am happy about is that sports have started in whatever way they've started. I am happy to see some baseball and some basketball again.
What's your main thing? Basketball
and football.
Oh, football. Gotcha.
She likes the Dallas Cowboys.
This is not the forum, Brian.
It'll never be the forum for them.
Well, my nerd ass, my basketball and football is comics and Comic-Con, and we had a phenomenal Saturday with DC Fandom. Oh my God, I can't even contain myself. I had to jump on IG Live yesterday with Lydia in the midst of all of the trailers and the new movies and all of the goodies that they were dropping all day. If you didn't know, DC Comics, DC Films, DC Productions, they did their own version of Comic-Con, which was on DCFandom.com. And for 24 hours, they had panels, premieres, discussions, dialogue. It was incredible. It felt like you were literally at New York City Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm. It was incredible. The production.
What should we be excited about?
Everything DC. Everything DC. They showed the Zack Snyder trailer, Justice League trailer. They showed the Batman,
the reboot,
the Batman. They showed
that was great.
They showed the new Wonder Woman trailer. They finally showed Cheetah. They showed the behind the scenes of the Suicide Squad movie, which made me totally interested. Like they had two black panels, a Miles comic panel, and then Boss panel, Milestone panel, and the Boss panel hosted by Estelle and D Nice. Like it was incredible. Phenomenal. Yo, totally fanned out. Totally.
I caught some of it like here and there, and the Batman movie trailer, because I like the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah, me
this is like close to it. I was actually sitting there like, oh my goodness, it looks so good.
Right,
oh, they made it dark.
Brian, didn't it give you Gotham feel?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You didn't watch it?
No, I didn't see it yet. So it's dark.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I love dark.
If our producer was on point, I would say play the clip. Right. Let's see how dope he is if he hasn't queued up.
Oh my God. Well, Brian is
guess
dark.
Not. All right, so let's All right. So let's get on with the party of the night. Let's talk about Lovecraft Country, second episode. Lyd, did you find the description?
I did. So this episode is named Whitey's on the Moon, and it's while Letty and George luxuriate in their new surroundings, Atticus grows suspicious of their hosts, because when we last left it, they were walking towards that big mansion or whatever. So now they're in the mansion, and it's like things are happening to them. So
okay.
Real trippy thing.
Trippy. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, the title of the show is Whitey
Whitey's
is
on the
with
moon.
Whitey's on the Moon, which is a Gil Scott-Heron song, which I didn't
Yes.
know, and
Yes,
they played
I
it.
know.
I think that's going to be a theme every episode because last episode they had James Baldwin's speech. Okay, let's pause. Let's pause for Lorena. You okay? You okay?
We're reading Heather's comments.
What Heather say?
She said this is Sydney's last show.
Well, okay. If it's my last show, let's go out with a motherfucking bang. Okay?
I'm sorry, Sid. Continue.
Oh my God. Right. The show is entitled after Gil Scott-Heron song, and I think they're gonna be dropping historical jewels every episode. And so that was okay. What the hell is this show?
I don't know.
I'm
confused.
I'm
confused. I thought it was going to be just me.
I don't know what the hell is going on. It seems like we're gonna get. It's sort of like a Twilight Zone every episode. Like they're gonna have different adventures every episode. So I don't know what did we just watch?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was real trippy. Like
I need to do research to see the backstory. What did we just watch? Did we watch Adam? Adam from Adam and Eve from
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what's going on.
They were pulling from so many different, like, okay, I understand building a story, but they pulled from so many different directions. You were left with like, okay, what just happened? Like it was real trippy and just Yeah,
I felt like I needed some drugs before I watched this show tonight. Like I needed to be in a zone of, I don't know, because I was sitting there and I'm watching it and I was still into it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the episode, I was just like, what happened? I was like, I said, damn, we gotta go on. I need to rewind this because I don't know what just happened.
I don't know. The woman at the end, the pregnant, I think
that was his mother.
That's his great grandmother.
Right.
Okay.
So I just want to say one thing. So Heather just made a comment, which actually makes sense. She said, we got to get into the analysis. It feels like a lot of symbolism. Yes, there is a lot of symbolism, but sometimes I feel like when shows or movies do that, it's like this rabbit hole. You go down and then there's another tunnel and there's this tunnel. So it's like all these different kinds of tunnels and you're like, okay, where is this going?
It's Sunday night. I don't want to think that much. I just want to be entertained. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Sunday makes a difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. I don't know, Heather, give us an analysis. If you know, please type it in the box. Or she just likes to just add comments to put her 2 cents in.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Go ahead, Lorena.
I was just gonna say, if we stay on the grandmother real quick, great. So we do learn Atticus's connection to the Braithwaites, right? We learn that his, great 4 times great grandmother was a slave who like to wherever she escaped to, and she was pregnant with one of his
Titus Braithwaite's child.
Right, and that is why they wanted Atticus there.
Right.
Because there's something in his blood. Remember, his grandfather was trying to become immortal and failed. And I guess in trying to become immortal, he burned down the original lodge.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that's why they wanted Atticus.
Right. So then you have this like tribe, this like club or whatever, and it gave me a feel of
slavery,
a little bit slavery, but how all those people, the white folk gathered, and they had the black folk like
you pick your slave,
right? So it's like but it was almost like symbolizing slavery in a lot of that. So But it was still like all over the place.
The Order of the Ancient Dawn. That's the name of the. That's the name.
I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
No, that was it.
That was the name of the sect. But what was most intriguing to me was when Atticus, Letty, and the uncle, what's it?
George.
Uncle George. Each one of them went through, I guess, what was either their the deepest secret or what they wanted to do. Because you saw Letty, she was thinking she was with Atticus, but then when he went to pull his pants down,
by the way,
when his anaconda came out.
Anaconda, by the way.
I didn't make that reference until just now.
How could you not?
I said, okay,
I just didn't.
Okay, Adam. Okay, Adam.
I just didn't.
Wait, you didn't make the reference.
But are we keeping count that he has to take his shirt off every episode?
He didn't just take his shirt off this time. He went full naked.
Wait, you didn't make the reference to what, Sid?
The snake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the anaconda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, Heather.
Yeah.
Heather, you're such a whore.
What did Heather say now?
She said that was the best part. In the comments.
That must have been when Heather woke up.
Oh,
she was like, anaconda?
What was funny to me at the beginning when they was trying on their clothes, in every room they had what they liked the most, right? So they had the books for the uncle and the clothes for Letty, and as they was looking at their stuff, the Jefferson's theme song playing.
Yeah,
it opened with that.
Yeah,
it's
hilarious to me.
It's just so it's a hodgepodge of things, like a gumbo. And I feel like we're not really going to appreciate it until it's over. It's hard I feel like they're going to be going in a different direction each episode based on the trailer for next week. It's like Tales of the Crypt or Twilight Zone, where they're the main stars and they're taking us on an episode a different adventure every episode. So I feel like until we see it in totality, we're not going to appreciate or totally get the whole thing. So we're gonna be, I guess I bored Brian and we lost him. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait till it's over to really get the crux of it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Lynn.
I do want to insert like a little fun fact. So one of the things, hold on one second. There's one of the directors, Daniel Sackheim, did the X-Files.
And so, it feels it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, it feels episodic. Yes.
So just keep that in mind. That's what you know how X-Files was, and we loved X-Files. But so I think that it's gonna have like really tripped out elements of that.
But we knew what the X-Files was about, though.
No, we did.
It was supernatural.
But every episode was different.
Yes.
And sometimes trippy.
It
was.
Yes.
But we appreciated it because the base was finding out the truth about what's out there.
The unknown, right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So connected to the opening part with the Moving On Up song, I read
which was great, by the way. That was a great opening.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So that actually, with Letty and George, those were actually fantasies, because if you look, Atticus is just sitting there in his room doing nothing. Like whatever it is that the house is doing, it's not affecting him.
Well, because of the bloodline.
Right. Because of the bloodline. And you see Letty and I don't know why I keep forgetting George's name. Letty and George the house keeps messing with their memory.
Well,
they put a spell on them.
The lady said Braithwaite, a tongue twister, said that it's whoever sees the monsters and lives.
Right. Yes.
So it's not specific to them. It wasn't a curse on them. But she took the curse off, just with a blink of an eye. So she's a wizard, a witch, or something.
Yeah. She's something.
Right.
Is she dead?
I don't think she is.
No,
Did she escape?
Yeah, I think she did.
Oh,
the only reason why I say that is because never mind. In upcoming trailers, she's still part of the show. So she's
I didn't see her in other trailers.
Just when they did the whole season.
Oh, okay. You saw other scenes.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Wow.
Yo, so use Lydia's words. What up with that trippy town and Dell standing in front of the tower with her dogs? Like, it was kind of like a play on words, and she was talking to George about the black grizzlies and black grizzlies sticking their nose into, I'm like,
Yeah, it was. Like, It was. She was. You know what she was talking about? Negroes.
Right.
Negroes coming up in here, and y'all really smart.
Well, like you can't forget what time we're in. That's the time.
No, right.
Yeah, it's the 1950s. So she wasn't acting out of character. She was normal. What was out of character was everyone else just ignoring them when they were just walking through the town. Like, it's like, okay.
Which is why I think they have to inject those little things to remind you, this is a period piece. You know what I mean? Like, they got to inject those things.
Also, didn't they drive into town?
What you mean?
When they left the house, didn't they drive into the town when they went to the jail tower and all this other kind of stuff?
No, they walked.
No, they walked. Oh, the car was crashed.
Yeah, the
car was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, when they saw the car wasn't crashed anymore. The car was fixed.
Right. Yes. Because they did something to the car. They fixed it. But
they didn't get into the car until when they tried to escape.
Okay.
Not the platinum car. Like, are you talking about the platinum car or their car?
No, I'm talking about their car. Their car was fixed. The only thing that was still broken was the back window. Because remember, they kept they asked that the grounds guy or whatever his name was. White boy.
William, I think.
Like he said, "Yo, I crashed the car."
Yeah.
Like, no, you didn't crash the car. The car's fine. And that's why I thought they got into the car and drove into town. Because when they were walking back and the sun was going down, I was like, don't they know from the last time?
That's what I was thinking.
They got to get home before the sun goes down. Like, they just experienced this whole thing
out there in a spooky forest with fog.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they didn't remember. Well, two of them didn't remember.
Well, he remembered.
Right.
That's why
and so they were acting like he was crazy.
True.
I don't know. They slightly lost me this episode. I don't know. I got to come back. I'm still riding. They lost you too? Yeah. I was just like, they had me on a high. Then they dropped. Then it just went all over the place. And so I'm like, okay. That's why I said I want to go back to. I got to watch it as a whole.
You do, yes.
And really dive deep, and then I got to do research and see, or maybe watch it again to see what the things that I missed that were really significant, like all of the ending scene with the opening the portal to the Garden of Eden, and what does that symbolize? 'Cause I feel like we're missing a lot.
Right.
What went on there, and so it's like it's hard to just come off and then talk about it because it's like I'm still processing it and I need to go back and rewatch it to see the little scenes. But I don't know. It's really interesting. Again, it's a show that we haven't seen before, and so I'm still excited. But it's just I gotta wrap my brain around it.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say about HBO shows is HBO always comes with these type of shows that really. Kind of throws you off.
Yes.
A lot of times, and you really have to think about it because they're so intricate in details in terms of symbolism and messaging. So this is one of those shows again that HBO comes with where they're just like, "Now we're not just going to entertain you. Like you really have to pay attention to key little things to pull out and extract." Because there's certain things we're trying to tell you, but you have to watch it like 2-3 times to get those messages sometimes.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So overall, what do you?
Wait. Don't forget one thing with Montrose and George and that conversation they had. We learned
Montrose.
That
Montrose,
the father.
The father. They came to the one.
Omar.
Michael K. Williams.
Right. But we learned that Atticus may not be his son.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But,
And so he had to drop that jewel right before he died.
Right.
Right before he died. Now I'm like, well, who the hell could it be?
And I was like, dang, Uncle George is gone. No more Courtney B. Vance.
I don't know.
Like, I hope they bring him back.
Is he like if for 2 seconds? Letitia was gone for 2 seconds.
The guy brought her back to life, and I would say she acted her butt off. Like when she realized that she wasn't dead. That whole scene, I was like,
yeah, she's been acting her butt off from day one.
But imagine how you would react though.
Yeah, I mean, like when she got her memory back, she was acting.
Right.
Like she's been really good. Like this is a really meaty role, and kudos to her.
Huh? Yeah,
I do have to say that the nephew, what's his name again? What's his character's name?
Atticus.
Atticus. That was a very ugly cry.
That was a Negro spiritual cry.
I was waiting for the jewel to just drop all the way down. I was like,
he's like,
the shirt being off.
No, right. But he's like, don't forget to hug me first. Give me my hug.
And it was like, oh, and don't wrinkle the satin robe.
Right.
Like he just
don't forget my hug.
What's the blonde? Wait, what's the blonde girl?
Wait, no, you want to go through every line by line. I'm ready to wrap this puppy up. She want to go line for line.
No, wait, no.
Okay, get the blonde point out. Get it out.
Point. So when Atticus is going through the scene, he gives him some advice.
It's my last show
about the ring. That we don't know why he spoiled the whole Adam plot and turned the people to salt, but she gave him a little bit of advice when the opportunity presents itself. And there's something about the ring. There's power in that ring. That's all I wish. That's all I want.
Thank you, Lorena. Yes, that's important.
That was a good point. Thank you for stopping me, Lydia.
The shade, the spiciness of it all.
The spiciness of it all. So are we good? Are we good with Lovecraft?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What y'all think? You want to do a rating on this one?
Yes, I think we should.
Then you go first.
I will give it a 3. A generous 3.
That's a good 3.
Yes, because I'm still open. It was trippy, lots of stuff going on, but I'm open. I'm like, okay, I don't mind that. Because I'm like, I want to see where you go with this. So that's why I'm going to give it a generous 3.
That's a good one. Brian?
I'm lost. 2.5.
Okay.
It's got me in the weeds somewhere.
Okay. Lorena?
I might give it a 4.
Oh.
It reminds me of the X-Files and all of the trippy shows that
You're easy to please.
Right?
I told you, Brian. I told you.
You see, she wanted to still keep talking about it. I'm just like, it's I'm with you, B. It's a 2.5. It's a 2.5 for me.
It's not giving you the easy, faction. You gotta work for it.
You gotta work for it. Okay. A little bit. All right, Sid, you can move on.
Okay, that's what I was giving that the little pregnant pause. So I make sure y'all get your thoughts out. So,
thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Hey, I want to make sure you all have that platform to express yourself. Okay. So, getting into the second part of the show, we're going to be reviewing the season finale of The Chi. Woo! Okay.
Yes.
The Chi.
Oh my goodness.
B, you want to give us a little breakdown?
Okay, on the season finale of The Chi, we have Ronnie, aka Ronald Davis, is mourned. Keisha struggles with what to do about her pregnancy. Big Papa's father gets arrested for money laundering at the cemetery. Papa struggles to figure out how to now be the man for his mom and girlfriend, Maisha. Emmett and Tiff try to deal with if they're ready to be married. Rosalind plays both sides to try and sabotage Duba. Trig tries to win custody of Jake. And Kevin struggles with Keisha's decision on her pregnancy and discovers a little secret from his girlfriend, Gemma.
Jam-packed
season finale of season 3 of The Chi. So, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this season finale.
What?
I'm just being honest.
Oh, why?
I sort of felt that it was the series finale. It felt like it closed it out, and because of that, it was sort of underwhelming for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Go, P. Go. Brian, chime in.
As Brian mimics yawning.
No, it was a little boring. I'm not going to front. It was, I felt the way Sydney was. I wanted a little bit more boom, and I got a blah. There are certain things that I felt like the Tiff and Emmett. Well, I know we're going to go each breakdown by breakdown. I felt like the Tiff and Emmett thing was just dragged on for a whole hour, and I was really thinking that she's going to find out that he slept with Dom. That didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So I was like, why'd they drag this whole wedding thing on for a whole hour? Like, why waste my time with this? The Ronnie funeral and the memory of Ronald, of Ronnie, I just felt like went like that. The whole Duba thing, Otis and Rosalind and them, they wasted all my time last week with them stealing all this documents to give to the other candidates. She didn't even use it, and the explanation for it made absolutely no sense, because when you're in politics, that's what they do. It made no sense to me. I'm sitting there just like, oh. So a lot of it was just underwhelming for me. I didn't care for it at all. Wow.
Lydia, I know you seemed excited, so give us your highlights.
Yeah, I thought that I thought it was good. Like, even though it didn't have the dun 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 to the next season, it's okay, because maybe they're gonna open up with the next season with a bow. Like, oh my gosh, we just left and everybody was okay. And then now we start, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't mad at how they kind of closed things out and left some things hanging. I do agree with Brian that, like, the whole Tiffany and Emmett thing, it was kind of drawn out a little long, and you kind of were, you were kind of thinking, like, there was one moment where I thought he was going to say something. He was going to tell her. Yeah. And then he didn't. Yes. And I was like, oh, is he going to say something that messed this whole thing up? But he didn't. And I was like, okay. And then at the wedding, I thought she was going to say, I can't do this. I can't. I'm scared, whatever. Right. So I do agree with you there. Like, that whole thing, I was like, oh, I thought that they were, but maybe, that when that hits, that's going to be an explosion. It's just going to be an explosion. So I'm like, okay.
You end the season with an explosion. Keep me waiting to find out what's going to happen next season.
Yeah, but you're still like thinking, okay, what's going to happen? They all, peachy, and happy, and it's all like peaches and cream now, whatever. No, something's got to happen. They all can't just walk off into the sunset all happy. So I wasn't.
You sound like me and Brian, though.
No, but I understand where y'all coming from, but I still liked it, because when it opened with Ronnie thing, that was really emotional. And I was just like, oh, wow. So there was the whole Trig thing and Jake situation. Like, I really was like, oh my gosh, please don't let Duda get this boy again.
Let me ask you a question about that, because there's another part that bothered me. Okay. Trig took all this time. We had all this buildup of Otis is not a good person. I'm trying to get Jake away from Otis. I know him. I know the type of person he is. He's a bad guy. Da 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 da.
Then he makes a deal with the devil.
Makes a deal with the devil?
He does. Now, it doesn't. But remember, Trig is street. He's street. He was all in to do what he needed to do to get Jake. He knew he had to do that. He's still street. This man is dangling. Oh, listen, I could take care of you on all levels. Where his money coming from?
The reason why he's doing it. I don't even understand the reason why he's doing it, because he's still making money in doing what he's doing.
Well, what is he doing?
He's street.
But what is he doing? But what? And with Duda in his back pocket, maybe in his brain, he's thinking, I don't know, if I can work this angle.
Well, then why waste so much time to get Jake away from him then? That means Jake is still connected to him.
Yes, and wait till Jake find out. Lorena, you okay? You good?
Yes, I was waiting for.
No. I'm just checking out. I thought you was reminiscing about the funeral.
No,
I saw you.
My eyes were a little.
She's mourning for Ronnie.
But I will tell you, I cried. During that funeral scene.
Oh, you're easy.
I mean, Brian, I keep telling you, come on and find out.
What?
Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. Come on.
But I thought that the funeral scene was very touching. The words that they said, especially when Keisha went up to his casket. I thought that was very touching. But I have a question about Otis. So after Gemma's father told Otis that the Reverend got taken into the police precinct, got arrested for money laundering, right? And that he's singing, right? Then Otis has a light bulb moment and leaves, and then you don't see Otis
anything.
You don't see Otis until the end, and I'm like, what did that mean?
That's for next season.
But I'm like confused. I was like,
they're not going to touch on it next season.
First of all, Otis is not coming back next season. That's how the Shy do.
No, he
the
is.
The Shy just disappears people.
He's major.
You could definitely
everybody's major.
He won.
No, he's coming back.
He's coming back because he won.
Well, the other thing is, I was like, how come Neil get all these high morals when she was slipping money to the Reverend at the church?
She got something up her sleeve.
Now she got high morals and she didn't want to use the information. That's how I was like, but you was slipping.
All the things that made no sense.
I don't believe it.
I don't know. It's hard for listening to you two say how much you liked it. You sound like the two of us.
I did like it.
But we still have questions. I mean,
you have questions, but you know how
we can like it and still have questions.
No, but I don't know. I felt like maybe I missed it. I want to get the enthusiasm and get the I should be liking it too because you guys, but you all sound like Brian and I like that's
right. What you like about it? What you like about both of y'all? What y'all like about it?
Lydia told you, but you know what though? I told y'all. I remember we was talking about Keisha.
I heard you, Lydia.
I knew.
For the record, I heard you.
Thank you, Sid.
Thank you.
I knew Keisha was gonna keep that baby because her mother was like, "Oh,
they foreshadowed that."
Yeah, and like she was like not trying to hear her mother, and I think I know her mother has her own issues, but you see, Keisha went to Emmett's mom.
But this is what you liked.
Yeah, I liked it. Yes.
No, I'm saying because it sounds like you may be leading to a flaw, but this is a thing you like. Okay,
the thing I liked. I mean, but what I was saying is, I kind of knew that she was going to keep the baby.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, I kind of knew that from last week. Yeah,
but it just again, it's still touching on the struggle, the emotional turmoil that she's still going through. It touched on how Emmett, even though he's trying so hard, still got this thing hanging over him that he did slept with Dom. You know what I'm saying? Like it still was just like, oh my gosh, I'm with Lorena. I liked it. I'm just saying.
Okay. I like the fact that they gave Keisha back her power at the end when she went running. That I'll give them because she got her power back. But
And I'll give you one. Darnell. He was hilarious.
Yo, that was hilarious.
Yo, with that piece in his ear at the spa.
No, the socks.
The spa was great.
The socks with the sandals.
It was like, we a couple, because the coupon don't work unless we a couple.
Yeah, he said,
no, we a
don't
couple.
work unless we a couple.
Yo.
And Tiff's having a blast. Emma's mother did the damn thing for Tiff.
You know what?
I'll give you horrible stripper.
I'll give you Jada for this episode. Like, I really she came out with the MVP award for this season for me. I liked her character, even though they disappeared her boyfriend. Her boyfriend should have been at her son's wedding.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Why?
As well.
He went to the same place with the cops.
First, because he took her to his family function, so she would do the same.
That don't mean anything.
She would do the same. And Emmett mentioned that, oh, you didn't get my boys for the bachelor party, but my boys can't come to my wedding?
Yeah.
There was nobody at the wedding.
The boys, I'll give you the boys, but the boyfriend, no,
yes.
They're still in early stages of dating. Just because he did that doesn't mean she has to do that.
Yes.
Just because he did that doesn't mean she has to do that.
Yes, in this scope, yes. I think I think he's a victim of the shy, and he just is gone.
I just don't think that
he fell into the twilight zone of the shy.
I don't feel as though because he brought her to his family's house and she didn't expect that because that was unexpected for her, that she should invite him to her son's wedding when they're still in the early stages of dating. No.
You know who should have been at the wedding? Tiff's girlfriends who was at the bachelorette party. How they at the bachelorette party?
I'll give you that.
They didn't come to the wedding.
And Tiffany is an orphan?
Her mother didn't approve of the marriage.
Is that the only family? She doesn't have a brother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle? Nobody?
At the end of the day, it's City Hall. It's City Hall. It's not at a church. It's not a big wedding. It's City Hall.
Don't underplay this. The wedding was a big deal for her. She's been wanting to get married forever.
Yes,
this was a big deal. It's a woman's wedding. She's not gonna have anybody at the wedding for her side.
But she had him at the bachelorette party.
Right.
Maybe they were busy.
They was too hungover.
If those were her girls.
Right. It's your wedding, Brian. This the one time.
It was a whole lot of seats in there.
Girlfriends might have been busy.
Gemma was there. Yeah, Kevin.
Yo, how funny was that after sex scene? That after sex scene. I said, yo, look at these two little babies.
Two babies.
She said,
what the heck?
He said, Kevin says, I'm sorry, was it supposed to be that fast? I Googled it. You were right on point.
That sounds just like something these kids would say. I Googled it.
According to Google.
Did you Google STIs too? You little hot fat.
Right.
He said, but in the porn, they last forever.
Yeah.
He said that's not real. Gemma really done some research here. Like, Gemma's scaring me right now.
That's who she is. She's a progressive young black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Puffs. Well, her Afro puffs. Where was her daddy?
He ain't there. He like in that hole.
He was only there for that
with
one
the cop
scene.
and Jada boyfriend. That's where he was.
Oh my god!
You know what I did like about
what you like
the opening with Ronnie.
The opening, the funeral.
The funeral. We learned after Keisha ran out the house a little bit more about what happened.
Oh, the flashback scene.
The flashback, because when she ran out the house, we didn't know what to do. The man run after her. Like, we saw that Ronnie came out and he was calling her and he gave her a hug.
And they were holding each other.
Yeah. That was that. I was happy to see that. So that at least we got a little question answered. She ran outside the house.
It was never a question for me. We're not going to get every little detail for every little scene that happens.
Exactly.
Not from anything you watch. You
don't say that.
yourself.
Don't say that. But in The Shy, You're not gonna get. You gotta
Yeah,
get a lot
They
of.
do that
Yeah.
in movies. They do that in TV shows. They. It's not just The Shy.
Mostly The Shy.
Mostly it's thank you.
No.
Mostly the shy.
We
Yeah.
just watched Lovecraft Country, and we just
let-
saw them. We saw Letty die and come back alive. She washed the blood off too. We saw all that. You can't tell me what happened. She been outside after being in captive for how many times?
Right. In the second episode, we find out what happened to the father. They didn't drag it out for the whole season. The father's back. The father's back, and we learn that Atticus is not his son in the second episode.
Only in the shot.
Yo.
Only in the world of YouTube.
Oh my
Brian,
God.
don't go audition
This
for
is
that
off
show.
the rails. This is off the rails.
Yo, I think I go out with a bag.
Well, Heather been quiet on the comments.
Heather's
She's
gone.
She's gone.
Heather's
She's
gone.
asleep.
Heather
She
is
probably didn't
gone.
watch it.
She
She
gave
probably
us a
didn't
good
watch
10
it.
minutes.
Yes. No, Heather will pop up when we sign off and pick up our phones to go on Instagram. Hey,
Right.
here's a new show. Did you see that Brian McKnight has an after show?
Yeah.
You know,
We were talking about Brian McKnight live all night. She'd be on this with her
Oh my gosh.
nighty on.
Oh my God.
I thought that the whole thing, and I think Brian already said this, but the whole court scene with Trig
I forgot what show we was talking about.
The Shy.
The Shy. I was like,
The Shy.
I'm like, what court scene in
Bananas.
Lovecraft?
they
Bananas.
built up the whole thing with Trig trying to get Jake, the whole gotta go to court.
Yeah.
And then they get to court, and it's so anticlimactic. Like,
Because
It
dude
was
didn't show up.
anticlimactic.
Otis
Anticlimactic.
And
Just like the whole
Otis is this mastermind, and he didn't. It's just like we didn't see him plan out
But-
anything.
I did like the whole breakfast scene
Yes.
with Imani and Jake when
Yes.
they were
No,
talking.
Oh, yeah,
Imani,
yeah.
Imani is a star.
No, she is,
Beautiful.
and I love that.
Imani's
whole
a
scene.
star.
When she was like, they were talking about. She was like, "Do you know what I am? Like, do you know what I am?" And he's like, "Yeah, I do." And she was like, "Well, what do you think about that?" And I was like, "That's right. Teach the babies. Teach the babies." And he was like, "I don't care." You know what I'm saying? So I love that whole exchange between the two of them. You know?
I love that exchange, and I also love the fact that she checked him. I was
She
just
did.
like,
Yeah.
yo,
No,
don't
it's
think
great.
that just because you're in this house now
Great.
that you're free to do whatever you want. Like,
That's
there's
right.
still rules in this house too. Like, we're not just going to let you come in here and you just do whatever you want. You have to follow rules just the same way you would have followed the rules at Otis's house. But these rules are, of course, going to be different according to what I want you to do. So I love that too.
And the subtle look she was giving during
Yes.
Otis' conversation,
Right.
and she was acting and looking at Trig, and then the sign of disappointment
Yeah.
when he made the
Mhm.
deal. It's like, oh, you just sold your soul. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's becoming.
But she didn't say anything.
No, she played
about
her.
it.
She played
She
her.
played
position.
her
Played her
part.
position.
That's
She
right.
played her position.
She was like,
Yeah.
"I'm a rider."
She'll tell him
whatever.
afterward.
Yeah,
Right,
she's gonna tell him
right.
afterwards, but she played her
Right.
position. But I
Right.
don't know about you guys, but for me, all of the scenes, because of the Shy and what happened in the last episode, I felt like impending doom. So even when they were wrapping up each individual
Mhm.
couple, I was
Mhm.
waiting for a shoe to drop every time. Like when they were having the conversation, when Imani and Jake were having the conversation, I felt like a bullet was going to come through the window. Or when Big Papa was talking to his father, I felt that something was going to happen. Like the mother was going to, I just kept feeling doom was going to come in to the scene for every character. And so I was sort of on edge, and then like, a sigh of relief when they went on to the next character. I don't know, just based off of Ronnie getting shot at the end of the last episode, and then how the show's been going all season. It's like, you can't feel too happy because they'll rip it from underneath you. I don't know. That was
there's one
that's
thing
my
I
analogy.
can feel happy about.
What?
Big Papa and Maisha are going steady.
Yeah,
And that's young black love. I love the two of them together.
Yeah. That was really nice. That was really nice. I really like the two of them.
Yeah,
I really like
she came. She gave him a chain. He gave her a chain. Like that was such a sweet thing. Okay, did we lose it?
No,
All
right. That's how you do it. You blink and you come right back, Lydia.
There you go.
There you go. Go ahead, Lorena.
Andy's character, because she had no idea that Otis was not going to be in the court proceeding, and then when she asked him, like, where were you? He was like, why settle for one brother when you can have two? And I'm like, I need to know what your plan is.
Well, that was the plan. That was the plan at the end.
It don't seem like anything. Like, oh, Trig's gonna work for him. So,
what do you mean? So
he got something planned for him. Maybe it's
he owns him. He owns
he owns him.
Yeah, he got both of them.
Right. So if I tell you you're my soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So if I tell you to do something or to bring your brother, Trig just turned into the other brother.
Into the other brother.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
So I don't need Jake in my home.
Right.
I have him now.
Right. Because I'm still gonna turn him out.
So Jake's cycle is gone right back to the cycle he was in before.
That's right.
Yeah. And he's
the same cycle that Trig came and was just like, no, I'm going to take you out and give you a better life. I'm changing my life. Da, 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 da. This whole stupid story he sold him on. Like, I can't wait for Jake to find all this out because Jake's gonna be pissed. Like, you sold me a bill of goods and fake dreams.
Well, if they don't move, they can't continue to live in the same town and go to school and just act like nothing's happened. They would have to go wherever they came from before. They would have to leave Chicago to start anew.
That was the plan.
Right. So once Jake realized they're not moving and he's staying in the school system, and Trig has to get money, have a job, and he sees that he's working. Jake is like, yo, you ain't nothing. I put my faith in you, and now you work for the man. And I don't know. Again, it was just like underwhelming. It felt like, okay, I'm sort of good on the Shy now. Like, if they come back or if they don't come back, I'm okay.
I was
that's interesting.
When the preacher said, speak now, I thought Dawn was gonna bust up in there. Nothing happened.
That was hilarious.
I thought something was gonna happen. Like we were
that's what I said. I kept thinking that something was gonna happen. That
right. I had every scene. I was expecting impending doom. And it just was like, okay, we're wrapping up. They put a bow on every.
They did.
Bow. So I'm like, you know what? Put a bow on the whole show, and I'm good. It was good times where they all moved out of Cabrini Green projects. That's what it was. It was like, okay, everyone's happy now. The show's over.
It did feel like that, though.
I don't know. I mean,
who knows?
I don't know. That was the Shy for me. That was the Shy. What do you guys? How do you guys rate this season finale? Lydia,
I give it a 3.5.
3.5. I'm curious, Lorena.
I'm gonna give it a 3.5. 3.5.
So this was less than Lovecraft for you.
Oh yeah, I like Lovecraft a lot more.
Interesting. Okay, Brian.
Can you please say that? Say it for the people listening.
Say it for the people.
2.
I don't know. Me
1, 2.
Brian and I are on the same wavelength tonight. I was underwhelmed. I'm gonna join you, Brian, on that too. I was underwhelmed. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I expected a little bit more. I felt like they could have just ended it last week with Ronnie getting shot.
Yeah,
been
or stretched his scene out to this week and let him get shot at the end of this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I do agree with you. They could have actually made the season finale that last week's episode with him getting shot. That would have been a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, because the whole Trig and Otis, that wasn't powerful enough for me. That was the only drama going into the next season.
Right, not the way not the way they played it.
And honestly, I usually like when shows end with some sort of cliffhanger because it leaves me for wanting to come back.
Like last season.
Like one of the even though we're not talking about this show, and one of the shows that I watch still to this day that always gives great cliffhangers is Grey's Anatomy.
You love that.
I absolutely love Grey's Anatomy.
Watch Party. That's
love Grey's Anatomy.
My favorite show, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, they have some real cliffhangers that you're just like, oh my God. Like, it's phenomenal the way they end most of the seasons.
That's how it is on The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. No, I used to be into The Walking Dead.
Show.
And I couldn't take the gloom and doom. It's a great phenomenal show. It was just too heavy for me. I said, and I'm a horror person.
No, it's very heavy, but they leave you a cliffhanger where you are like, "What the hell just happened?"
But you see how Lorena, to your point, you see how the cliffhanger it leaves you wanting more. It leaves you like the whole summer
that's the whole point
or 5-6 months. You're just like, what the hell? Like Sydney, you and I for have and have nots when they leave those cliffhangers. Like we're just like, okay, I'm ready to find out what the hell's going on, and that's how a show should be. I don't want it wrapped up in a nice little bow and people getting married. And if you're getting married, then give me a shooting, give me something. Like I want
Star, like the TV show Star, where they lit up the whole wedding, and then the series ended, and we don't know who lived or died.
Yeah.
Rockabye, baby.
Rockabye, baby.
like Empire when it was going strong.
True. Okay.
Well,
all right. Then this was an interesting conversation tonight with the two shows. I liked it.
it was because we had interesting shows to talk about.
I don't know. So thank you for hanging out with the watch party tonight. Check us out, like and subscribe to our channels, and see if I'll be back on Thursday. Who knows?
Peace out, y'all. Peace out, dude.